If you like this video, please consider supporting the Oto Kano channel over on Patreon. Thank you. Hey there, how are you? Oto Kano here. Today I wanted to do something that was a little bit different to what I normally do on this channel, but it is something that was really intriguing to me, and I thought it might be of interest to you guys as well. Jackson's have brought out a new thing called the Materials Guide, and this is different from their catalog. This is one of their catalogs. This is the watercolor one, and it lists every single item they sell, or pretty much most of the things they sell in every single brand that they deal with. However, the Materials Guide is a little bit different, and I've not seen Jackson advertise this too much, but it is a free magazine that you can get with any of your orders. You just have to put this in your shopping cart, so I've left a link down below for the actual page where you can order this for free. And it basically showcases what they sell, but not it too intensely, like this is everything we have. It's more of a highlight of some of their products that they sell in more detail, so there's more reviews and things like that. As you can see, it covers all sorts of art materials, so not just oils or acrylic, but obviously the watercolors as well, which is what we're most interested in, pastels, graphites, brushes, different papers, and also things for the studio. The Materials Guide have more basic information that you don't normally find in a catalog, such as what is oil color, acrylic, watercolor, pastels, and then they go through the oil paints, which we'll skip, as well as some acrylics here. But what we're most interested in is watercolor on this channel, and this is the watercolor section. The first couple of pages covers what I would call watercolor basics, things like the different types of watercolor you can have, watercolor paint, paint sticks, watercolor pencil, markers, and inks, and whether you should choose a artist quality or student quality paints. And then a little bit about mediums and masking fluids. And then we have a focused look on the Daniel Smith's Primatech watercolor range, which is funny because I've been working on my own Primatech range video, so it's great timing that Jackson's is covering this. And unlike a catalog, you get really nice images that are massive, you get full pages, and it's definitely more of a reading experience rather than buying experience. Have beautiful photographs. Then they talk about Isaro, which I believe is a relatively new watercolor brand that they brought into their shop, as well as a review by a award-winning watercolor artists. And then it goes on to pastels. So not a huge amount for watercolors because it's more of a magazine, and in a woman's magazine you have some sections on makeup and things. This is kind of the similar feel. Then they have pastels, and then graphite and charcoals, and then eraser guides. Then we move on to brushes, and they just have one section for brushes rather than brushes for oils, acrylics, and watercolors. But it's just a really nice thing to read through when you are not necessarily looking to buy anything, but just learning things. It covers really good basic information that you don't normally get in their website or their catalog. And in this issue, they're covering their own brand watercolor brush, as well as their pure squirrel mop brush. And then Ev will be happy because we have the Escoda Ultimo Tendo series, and this is her favorite brush. The Tendo is the travel brush, whereas you can also get the normal full brush like this, which is the ones that I use, and they're very good synthetic squirrel brushes. A little bit about brush care, which is nice. And then we go on to paper for lots of different things. What papers are good to use with different mediums, which is always handy to know. And then a article on what watercolor paper is, because a lot of people still wonder what the differences are between the different paper. Then a nice look at the Stonehenge Aqua hot press, which is a paper that I haven't used yet. You have the color, gradated washes. I assume this is a lifting test, and fine lines, and then layering and how it works. So that's really good demonstration that you don't get on the website. I don't know how frequently Jackson's is intending to release different issues, but me personally, I am definitely going to be keeping the issues and then look back on it to read more about a particular art supply that I've seen in this magazine. And then we go into canvases and things which are not as relevant to us as watercolor artists. And then we go into studio essentials, things like palettes, which we don't tend to use as much, but the brush tub looks interesting, as well as the tube, what do they call this one? Tube ringer. I have one that isn't this, but it's really, really useful and great money saving. And then some brush cleaners. And then they talk about printing and then palettes. Ah, now that's what we like to see. Lots and lots of lovely palettes. I have this one. It's really good. I've been umming and ahhing about this square one, but I have a really small desk and I only have one desk, so I think this might be way too big for me. Whereas I do have this round one, and that is very, very useful. I also have this one as well. So it's just a really good, enjoyable read. It's definitely worth ordering it since it's for free and it will just come with whatever thing you order next, which is wonderful. I'm definitely looking forward to them bringing out more issues. This is the Materials Guide issue 1, and as I said, I'm not quite sure how often they're going to release it, but I'm really glad that Jackson's is doing this, so it's more like a magazine style and we get to just flip through and look at pretty colors and just feel really happy looking at them, rather than be really feeling pressured into buying something because it's a catalogue. This is more of expanding your knowledge, and if you happen to want to buy one of these things, do think of us, which is a nicer way of doing promotion, I think. Oh, those colours are just gorgeous. So pretty. But I can tell you these are not Primatech colours, even though it's an article about Primatech. So don't be fooled by the photo, but it is very pretty. So yes, I hope you enjoyed a little flip through of this Jackson's Materials Guide. I will leave a link down below in the description where you can order this for free. If you do only order this though, you do have to pay postage. So I would recommend putting it into your basket now. And then when it comes time for you to place an order, it will be there and you'll get this delivered for free, which is exactly what I did. Big congrats to Jackson's for making this magazine. I think it is a really, really nice magazine. And no, I haven't been paid by them. I wish they'd pay me to make videos of their things, because pretty much all the stuff I have and I show you on this channel is from Jackson's. Hello Jackson's, please at some point see me. But for now, I just wanted to share this with you because we love art supplies, and who doesn't love a magazine about art supplies? I got very excited. So have fun reading this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.